What's up YouTube, it's Matthew here and welcome back to my channel. So Project X is revealed. I am so excited to announce Wholesale Deals Academy. It's something that you all have been asking for a long time. I need mentorship, I need coaching, I need a course, and I have all of that combined into the program. Most of all, before all the features, I'm going to coach you on how to get wholesale deals, whether you never gotten a deal before or you're wanting to learn how to get consistent monthly deals in your wholesaling real estate business. And if you all are wanting to make 8 figures a year in this business, I may not be the best option for you, but I have made over 6 figures in this business and continually increasing my deal flow on a monthly basis. Another important aspect of the program is that you get access to me. So other than the full course and the private Facebook group, you get weekly coaching calls with me and a direct contact to me to ask me different questions about what you have, if you need contracts, if you need me to talk to a seller, if you need me to analyze one of your deals, make sure all the numbers are right, I'm here for you. So I am dedicated to get you wholesale real estate deals. So if you all are interested, sign up, click on the link down below to my website, book a call, apply and see if you're a good fit for me. If not, it's all good. It's all Gucci. All right. And let me say this about the price of the program. If you all are looking for something that like a course or a coaching program and you can only spend a few $100s, I would recommend you all just to stay on YouTube. All right, you all, because if you actually want more of that coaching and mentoring to actually get wholesale deals, you have to invest a little bit more. Yeah, I'm just going to tell you all, it's not as expensive as other programs, but it's not cheap either. So if you're really ready to invest in learning how to make 6 figures or more in this business, then please book a call, let me know. So let's get right into the video. So in today's video, we have a classic wholesale deal breakdown. So I'm actually going to go over 2 deals that I recently closed within the past 30 days. All right, you all. So the first deal is about a deal that I've been following up with for, I don't know, like 3 to 4 months. And so I finally got it closed. There's a lot of ups and downs with it, and actually made, let me see, $5,100 on it. So I'm just gonna break it down a little bit. Let me put my glasses on now. So yeah, that was for $5,100, and you see the date right there, the 28th. And then the second deal I'm going to quickly analyze is a deal that I wholesaled with another JV partner, and we split the fee. We made $21,500, and so we got 50% of that. So as you all can see, 50% of that is $10,750. Booyah! I have a HUD statement too here for you all. I'm gonna go over that in a separate video, but let's talk about this first deal, this $5,100 deal. Let's actually go over to the property as I break it down a little bit more for you all. So you all, this was a recent wholesale deal that I actually closed last week. This property all fixed up is probably worth around $80,000. The seller just wanted to pay off their mortgage for around $35,000, so we offered that for the seller. So I put them under contract at $35,000, found a buyer at $40,000, and made $5,000. This property does look rough from the outside, but in the inside it's not that bad. The structure and foundation is sound. They did cut like a hole in the flooring, which is weird, but they need to go inside the floor just to fix up the AC, but the foundation is actually pretty sound. So my cash buyer, he really actually liked the things in the yard. You see there's a truck right over there. He's just gonna use the metal from that truck to resell the metal and make some money out of that. And he's just gonna flip this property, put a good 15 grand into it, or even 20 grand. So his all in will probably be under 60. He can sell it at 80 and he can make 20 grand from this property. This property is just a small 2-bed, 1-bath property, but it's actually in a decent rental area and a property that can flip easily around the market. So this property, actually, I first got in contact with the seller back in back in April of this year. So I got this property just from a direct mail piece, and I just been following up with them every week, every other month, and actually closed on this property in late August of 2020. So it was 4 months of follow-up before I actually collected money from this particular deal. So as you all know, your deals are in the follow-up, okay? Most likely when you get in contact with the seller, you won't actually close on the property until 3 or 4 months later, usually with most wholesale deals. Yes, you get rare wholesale deals where you can close in like a week or 2 weeks later. You get deals where you can close in 30 days from the first contact with the seller, either from a cold call or them calling the number off of a direct mail piece. And so if you all can see, there's a lot of overgrown grass here, and things like that, trash in the yard. And yeah, but this property will be, it's actually not that bad as I said before. I know it looks terrible, but it's not as bad as it looks inside. I don't have the key anymore because I actually closed on this property. So if my cash buyer comes by, maybe you all meet him and we can interview him about deals that I worked with him before and what he plans to do with this property. So basically, what list did we target on that? Just your basic absentee vacant property list. Why were they motivated to sell? They wanted just to sell off the property. They didn't have renters in that property anymore. They didn't want to have to deal with the repairs or anything needed on the property. And yeah, they were looking pretty soon to sell. I mean, I did have to follow up with them for like about 4 months, but hey, I got the deal closed. And how did I find my cash buyer? I used this cash buyer before. What I did, I just looked at cash sales around that area, people who own rentals around that area, by seeing what people bought 100% equity for in that area, just using PropStream or anything like that. If you all are interested in PropStream, link down below. And then how did I find that title company? I used a title company before, but all I did was Google search title companies around that area and just called up people saying, oh, can I speak to your closing agent? Once I got on the phone with the closing agent, I asked them if they did assignments on contracts or double closes. And if they said yes to both, then I know it's a good title company for wholesalers. All right, now let's talk about this second deal. So this second deal was very interesting. So the list that I was targeting, this one that we split, that we made $21,500 and we split 50-50. And if you all have questions about how to find JV partners, how to find other wholesalers, please let me know down below, and I can make another video about that. So how did I get this deal done? Which list was I targeting? What were the areas of distress? How much were they asking for the property? And different things like that. So let me go over that right now. So this list that I was targeting, I just pulled a list directly from PropStream. Once again, if you all are interested in PropStream, link down below, use my link or refer. If you get on the website, just say Biz Matthew referred you. But what I targeted was vacant properties around my area. I made sure it was high equity, so I made sure they were at least 70% equity in the property. They owned the property for at least 10 years. This list is a very targeted list, right? It's a very popular list and used list, so people always target this type of list. But hey, I still got a deal from that. So don't let naysayers tell you, oh, direct mail marketing is dead, or don't go after absentee. Everyone goes after absentee. Those lists actually still work. There's a reason why everyone goes after those lists. All right, you all. So my costs for that list, for that mailing list, I would say probably around, honestly, like around $2,000. That's basically me sending it 1 week, sending it the next week, and then sending it another week. And I did that for like 7 weeks straight with this list. And I combined it with other lists too. So that's why the cost is around that much. But hey, to spend $2,000 and make almost $11,000, I can do that all day, every day, right? So that was the list I was targeting, vacant, high equity property list, all right? So how did the conversation go? So I got on the phone with the seller And I found out that the person I was targeting actually referred me to someone else, their neighbor next door. All right, so this is crazy, and that happens a lot of times when you think you're speaking to someone who's motivated, but they actually refer you to their neighbor. And so they told me the situation. They say they are interested in selling. Here's their number and their name. I'm all like, whoa, okay, let's go. Awesome. So I got the name and number. So I ended up calling this person, and I ended up speaking to the grandnephew of the property owner. Grand uncle? Wouldn't that be his grandpa? Yeah, that would be his grandpa, because I said grandnephew, right? That was her nephew. Okay, got it. I ended up speaking to the grandchild of the property owner. He was just telling me that his grandfather has recently moved to a assisted living facility, and that he is now looking to sell the property because he no longer lives there. And that his aunt, the property owner's daughter, is the power of attorney. She holds the power of attorney. Basically, she can make signings and decisions on behalf of someone else, maybe because of age, because of they're out of it in the mind. So this person has the power of attorney, has the power to sign documents on someone else's behalf. And you see that a lot with older owners, people who are, they're coming at the end of their life, and their minds are not sharp. They can't make the best decisions at the moment. And so, yeah, I went to the property, talked with the grandson. They were looking for $75,000, and they were not budging on the price. And by the way, I actually had this wholesaler's appointment within Wholesale Deals Academy. That's one of my bonus content. So once again, if you all are interested in joining Wholesale Deals Academy, click the link down below and just let me know. I went to a seller's appointment. They were looking for 75. It was a house. It had a good amount of land, but there was like a main house cabin and then like a smaller house cabin back in the backyard. So it was a weird setup, and the ceilings were super low, so it had that cabin feel, but there was mold in the house. You can just smell it. It just needed a ton of work, honestly. It wasn't in a horrible condition, like the structure and foundation was sound, but it just needed a lot of updates. And so I was like, bet, okay, 75,000 is what you want. I didn't know if 75,000 was a good price. I looked online. The ARV, the comp of the property was around 150, 160, all fixed up, right? But this area is very hot actually, so I can actually see it selling for even more depending on what a cash buyer would do, because they can actually tear down that house, build some townhouses, because there was a good amount of land within that lot, or they can fix it up, make them into Airbnbs, like have two separate cabins that have cash flows from both of them, or just rehab and then resell it on the market. So there was different strategies that a cash buyer could do with this particular property. And so with that information, I was like, okay, it needs a ton of work, right? It needs a lot of work, but the price is half of what the ARV is. So there is definitely some motivation, but I just didn't know if 75,000 was a good price based off of the repairs needed on the property, what my end buyer would do. So with this unique situation, with them being dead set on their price and the type of property that I never dealt with, I actually reached out to another wholesaler that I worked with before, that I JV'd with. And so I was like, hey, this is the details of this property. Is 75,000 a good price? If it is, hey, let's lock it up together. We'll split it 50-50. Boom. He looked at it, he comped it, he was like, yeah, we can do a 75, and then I'll throw it out to my buyers for 90,000. And so I was like, okay, cool. So I got it under contract, and the seller was telling me actually someone else saw the property right after I saw it, but they didn't agree on the spot at 75,000 either. So that was good that I just followed up with him saying, okay, we're good with 75, let's lock it up. And so I started getting in contact with the power of attorney, the aunt, right? The aunt of the grandson, basically the daughter of the seller. And so we talked about it, sent her the contract. She agreed to everything. Boom, boom, boom. Locked it up at 75. And then it's just good sometimes when you JV deals with people, because that's all you have to do. Just lock it up. You give the contract back to the wholesaler. They take care of the transaction, the title company, the cash buyers, the showing of the property and all that. So I can work on my other leads. And so once I locked it up and sent it over to my partner, they took care of all of that. So you all definitely look into JV, especially with a larger company. So the next thing that happened was I get a call from the wholesaler probably a week or two later. Honestly, like, this process was actually pretty fast from contacting the seller to closing. I mean, yes, I had to market for like 6 weeks until I actually got a call with someone from that list, but hey, it paid off. And so one of their disposition managers told me, she was all like, hey, got it locked up. She showed like one person and they locked it up. And they actually were marketing it for around $99,000, which I didn't know. I was like, cool. And then they ended up locking it up at $96,500. And then, so you all remember, they locked it up at $96,500. We put it under contract at $75,000. And so that spread is $21,500. And then we split that fee 50-50. So we each got $10,750 for an assignment fee. When they told me it closed, I just went over, drove by the title company, and because of COVID, I had to just call them from my car outside, and they came and delivered the check directly to me in my car. And so that's how I did it. Just deposited it in my bank, and then boom, that's how I closed the deal. So let's just recap this deal real fast. So which list was I targeting? Vacant property list, high equity, all right? What was the motivation? The dad was older, he moved into an assisted living facility, and he no longer lived in that property. That property was vacant, all right? How much was the contract for? Contract was for $75,000. The ARV on the property was between $150 and $175, I would say, actually. And then how did we find a cash buyer? I partnered with another wholesaler in town that I know does tons of deals, and they found a cash buyer in their list by probably looking at sales or just the connects they have. And then they locked it up at $96,500. How did we find the title company? They use this title company all the time for all their transactions. Since I JV'd with someone else, they took care of that. But basically, it's the same scenario. You just look for title companies that do assignments on contracts and or double closes. All right, you all? And so we locked it up and closed at the title company. They distribute the checks. They take care of all the handling of the fees of the property taxes. If there's a mortgage on the property, they clear that out, and then they give us our assignment fees through check or through wire. And so that was the gist of this deal, this $10,750 deal. So you all, those were two deals that I just wanted to highlight to you all and just let you all know about. So if you all have any questions about these, please let me know. Once again, you all, Wholesale Deals Academy is now live. We're taking applications. Click the link down below. Let me know if you all have any questions. Talk to you all later.